I want to do the biggest Pokemon and TCG auction ever. I will give you a piece of every single thing that we sell. We're going to use that as the honey to draw all the other bees. It's free money.
I think the deal needs to be sweet. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Logan is walking out of here with $2.5 million in hand as an advance against the final proceeds. And he's getting a percentage of everything we sell in this special.
Yo guys, welcome back to another wild video. Today we are diving into a story that started with colorful Pokemon cards but ended up as one of the biggest controversies in internet history. Our main character, the one and only Logan Paul, the YouTuber you all know. The guy who showed up to WrestleMania with a $5.3 million card around his neck. He calls it the Mona Lisa of Pokemon, the legendary Pikachu illustrator. But behind all that glitter and flags, there is a serious darkness hiding. A story of people's money, empty promises, and a calculated plan. So buckle up, because we are finding out how Logan Paul turned the world's rarest card into the greatest scam in Pokemon history. First, you gotta understand what this Pikachu illustrator actually is. This is not a Charizard, you just pull it from a regular pack. Back in 1998, they had this art contest for kids in Japan. Only the winners of the contest got this card as a prize. You could not buy it or trade for it. You literally had to be a little artist to win it. Only about 40 copies are known to exist in the whole world. To give you some perspective, this card is rarer than a Babe Ruth rookie card. Since kids owned them, most copies are totally beat up and scratched. So if someone claims they have a perfect brand new PSA 10 version, they have either got a miracle or a serious treasure in their hands. Now, how did Logan Paul even get his hands on this thing? Around 2020, he went full throttle into the Pokemon world. He was dropping six figures and flexing on everyone with massive live openings. Logan did not just join the hobby, he exploded it. He turned Pokemon from a nerdy hobby for collectors into a TikTok trend for a status symbol for the cool kid. 2 years later, Logan dropped a bomb. I own the only PSA 10 in the world. The deal went down in Dubai and it was absolutely insane. Logan traded a PSA 9 version of the card plus $4 million in cold cash. The total value of the deal hit $5.275 million. Guinness World Records even certified it as the most expensive card transaction ever. But Logan is not the type to just tuck a $5 million card away in a safe. He turned it into a custom diamond chain and wore it around his neck. He flexed it right in the middle of the WrestleMania ring for millions to see. At this point, it was not just a piece of cardboard, it was a modern artifact. But this is where it gets interesting. Logan had another plan in his mind. He thought, why should I own this? Let's let everyone get a piece. And that is how Liquid Marketplace was born. Logan said, guys, you do not need $5 million to own this card. You can buy a share for $50 or $100 and say you own the part of history. They split the card into thousands of shares or tokens on the blockchain. Fans loved the idea and rushed into the project headfirst. They thought they were investing in a high-value asset that only goes up. Logan kept 49% for himself and sold the other 51% to the public. On paper, the public had the majority and could decide the card's future. Over $2.5 million worth of shares were sold to regular people. Logan talked in his video like he was doing the community a huge favor. He called it leveling the playing field for everyone. But guys, when something sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Soon whispers started that this ownership was not what it seemed. When investors tried to cash out or sell their shares, they hit a wall. While people were worried about their money, Pokémon experts started digging. They took high-res photos of the card and looked at them under a microscope. They saw things that definitely did not look like a PSA 10 standard. They found whitening on the corners and visible print line. It turns out this exact card has been submitted for grading many times before. And guess what? It was graded a 9 every single time. Great, but not perfect. How did it suddenly jump to a 10 on the next try? People started claiming celebrity treatment or some shady deal with PSA. Photos even leaked showing the card in some pretty cringe spots, like sitting next to a greasy pizza bug or a half-finished protein shake. Collectors were like, a $5 million card should be involved, not a pizza shop. The card's reputation took a hit, and in the world, perception is value. But Logan did not care. He was already moving on the next stage. Now back to the people who bought shares. They were in a nightmare. Many reported that the sell button on site just did not work. There was zero liquidity. You had shares, but no way to get your cash. When people actually read the fine print, their jaws dropped. There was a clause saying Logan's company could buy back the card whenever they wanted. That meant you had zero control over your investment or the price. Collectors called it a donation to the Paul family, not an investment. Logan basically built a mint wall around himself to block the complaints. He even turned off his comments so nobody could call him out. People were already mad about his previous CryptoZoo situation. Now they were sure this was just another rug pull in the making. And guess what? Logan used the exact loophole to take the card back. In May 2024, Logan announced that he repurchased the card, but the price he paid? Only $250,000. Wait, wasn't the card valued over $5 million? That is literally only 10% of what the public had invested. People were shocked. Their $2.5 million investment was suddenly worth pennies. Logan walked away with the card, while the fans lost 90% of their money. That is when the OSC kicked the door open. They accused Liquid Marketplace of a multi-million-dollar fraud. They found that executives used $3 million of investor money for themselves. We are talking about luxury watches, jewelry, and even spa treatments. Logan was not named in the suit, but he was the face of the founder of it all. He claimed he did not know about the shady stuff and was a victim too. But how do you not know what is happening in your own company? Now that things have cooled down, Logan is auctioning the card again. He even went on a Netflix show called King of Collectibles to sell it. They are throwing around crazy numbers like $10 million or $20 million. But wait, if the public still owns shares, how can he sell it alone? Simple. Those shady terms and conditions they ignored at the start. This is a story of hype, clout, and taking advantage of trust. He turned the collecting world into a casino where only he wins. Some say he made Pokémon cool and brought money into the hobby. But at what cost? He destroyed the trust of regular fans. Remember, when a celebrity says, "Let's be partners," ask yourself, do they need my money or are they looking for a victim? The story of this card is not over yet. The auction will be huge. But one thing is for sure, this card is no longer just a collectible. It is a symbol of one of the most controversial eras in internet history. What do you think? Is Logan a business genius or a professional scammer? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's get debate going.